Hi, this is Jennifer. This is the sketch I'm going to use. It's from scrapbook.com, their August sketch. I'm doing this challenge with Ronnie Sue Scrapper and Crafty Meggie. These are two papers that I picked. They have some glitter and shine on them. They are from the Glitter Stack from Die Cuts with a View. And this is the Art Philosophy cartridge, Cricut cartridge. I'm using it for some of the stuff today, and Sparkles assortment from Close to My Heart. And this is the Cadbury Milk Chocolate Brown and Distress ink. That is Gathered Twigs. Then I'm using the stamp Geek is Chic, and I'm using one that says Geek is the new chic, and also sayings that say just saying and so adorkable. These are some washi tapes that I'm going to use. These pieces were cut out with the Cricut cartridge. There's that scalloped square and this doily heart and two tags. One will be used for journaling and one for the title. These are the pictures I'm going to use, and from the sketch, they're 2 by 2 1/4 inch photos. So I picked these ones because my daughter and her friend are walking away from the camera and I can cut them small. I inked everything with the Gathered Twigs Distress ink. And I cut this pink piece just a little bit smaller than the brown. These are both Close to My Heart cardstocks. And I stick the pink one on top of the brown one. Then I ink all the pattern paper. This piece is going to go across the middle there. And I saved this piece thinking that I might use it as the line on the sketch that goes all the way across. But when I placed it on there, I started thinking maybe I'd rather do washi tape there. So I pulled out the washi tape, and this is a pink and tan leopard print washi tape. So I go ahead and I put that across there just to mark out where the layout will be. And then I take this shiny pink one, and I got this one in my Scraptastic kit. And it's not super sticky, so I have issues getting it to stay, but in the end, it works out okay. So I overlap the leopard print because I'm not a super fan of leopard print, but I do think it looks cute on this page. And then I fold both ends underneath. Then I stick this piece down, and I am going to put it more to the left side because my heart on the right side will cover that other gap. I cut this square in half because I need half of it to be up on top and half of it to be down on bottom. And I ink it up. I ink around the scalloped parts, but not the straight part because that will tuck up underneath other papers. And here I ink the other one. Once again, that's just with the Gathered Twigs Distress ink. Then I ink up what's going to be my journaling piece. And I decide to put ink, adhesive on the back of this piece. I want to put some of the sparkly washi tape covering those gaps, right there at the top and right there at the bottom. And this is, it's really hard to get that to stick, but I go ahead and I trim off the 4 corners. And it wanted to stick to my fingers more than it wanted to stick to the paper, so I kind of struggled here a little bit. I end up setting it down because I realized there's other things I want to put on before I stick this down. So I put adhesive on the heart, which came from the Art Philosophy Cricut cartridge, and it's a 4-inch heart. And I took a look at the sketch just to kind of see where I should put that. Then I inked up, these are my photo mats, and stuck each of the photos on one. And this is my third and final photo. My daughter and her friend were just out walking in the desert, and so I snapped pictures of them. My daughter likes photography, and she was actually out there taking pictures of her friend, and then I told them, hey, I'll just take some pictures of you guys, so that was sort of an impromptu photo shoot for them. This is my journaling piece, and I'm sticking it down underneath the heart. And then I need to stick this one up underneath there, and I get that up in there, but as I'm pressing it down, my finger hits that washi tape, and I don't show it here, I cut it all out, but it probably took me 3 or 4 minutes to get that washi tape back under there in the right spot. Thank goodness I can cut that stuff out. I go ahead and stick that last photo down, and now I'm going to start on the title area. I ink each of these pieces, and then I stick them together. It's layered brown cardstock, and then the white squares, and then the brown with the pink circles and flowers on top. And then I need to decide where exactly I'm going to put it. I ink the edges of it, pull out my stamp set, and this is where I pull off the stamp that's Geek is the New Chic. When I saw this stamp set with Close to My Heart, I had to get it because my daughter loved it. I don't think she's a geek or a nerd, but she says it's cool to be, so anyway, I inked up the stamp, and that will become my title, Geek is the New Chic. And I'd stamp it right there on that tag, put adhesive on it, and place it right there off to the right. Later I'll find something to fill in that gap on the left. These stamps say, so adorable, just saying, over and over again. My daughter says, just saying, all the time. And I just thought so adorable was, well, adorable. So I had to put it on there. Right here at the end I had a weird gap, so I just inked up just a little bit of it and added it on. Then I had to clean off my stamps, and I just used a baby wipe. I placed my title right here above the washi tape, and then grab this piece to tuck it underneath, and when I get it slid down in there and I have to kind of maneuver to get it down in there, I realize that my title's too high, so I pull it off, and it is stuck on pretty good. I have to tear it off. That makes me feel good knowing my adhesive is pretty good. And then I stick it back on. I want to overlap my washi tape just a little bit and stick that back on. The pink washi tape, where it wouldn't stick very well, I put washi tape on the back. I used the leopard kind because it sticks pretty good, just to hold that down because it kept coming undone. Then I use my Lindy's Stamp Gang, and it's the Starburst sprays, Cadbury Milk Chocolate Brown. And it's brown. When it dries, it goes a little bit shiny. Almost has a little bit of a gold or a silver shine to it. And so I use my heat gun to dry it because I'm impatient and I didn't want to smear it. But it doesn't shake off very well, so I did just touch certain areas with it. Then I decided to add bling, because what's one of my pages without some bling? And I just used the Close to My Heart sparkles. And they're in 3 different sizes. The little tiny ones are really hard for me to grab with my fingers, so I use the pokey tool. And I just stick into the adhesive and then place them on the page where I want them. And I do those in 3 different areas, the top left and right there, right of the title and at the bottom. This is a star that I found, and I don't even know where I got it. And then I went and got some Prima flowers because I needed something right there by the title. These are really old, I think they're called Brown Dot, I think. Anyway, really old Prima flowers. And I cut some foam tape to stick them together. I put a white polka dot one on top of a brown one with the foam tape. I didn't really care about it popping up off and getting dimension. It was just the closest thing. I didn't want to dig out my glue dots. And that was within reach. But when I see the finished look, I'm glad that I did use it. And I stick that on there and I kind of feel like it needs something more. So I take a big piece of bling, one of the biggest sizes, and stick it right in the middle. Then I take that star, and I'm not sure exactly what it is, except that it is made to poke into something, and I have no idea. So I bent down each one of those little things that were sticking out of it so that it would lay flat on my page. And then I used foam tape and stuck that to the page. Then I'd accidentally left out a flower, so I went ahead and grabbed it, stuck foam tape to it, and a piece of bling in the middle, and then decide where do I want it, and this is where I decided and stuck that down. Then I used one of my pink pens and wrote my journaling. The journaling says photo shoot, summer 2014, Courtney and Marissa in Pleasant Valley. My journaling is not very original, but hey, the basics are on there. And that will conclude my layout. There are still photos following. I want to thank all my followers. And if you like this, please hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.